Now, the Queen has announced her wishes that Camilla will be known as Queen Consort when Charles becomes king. But according to reports, Prince Harry is yet to publicly congratulate Camilla on her forthcoming new title. Also, just to say, actually, we had news, we've just heard that the Duchess of Cornwall has got COVID. So we do wish, yes, Prince Charles has had it, hasn't he? Or got it.
Yeah,
so,
twice
we've
he's
just
had
heard that. We've just heard that. So we do wish her a well and a speedy recovery. But it did get us thinking about the whole step-parenting role, you know, and it's quite tricky waters to navigate sometimes. And I'm obviously a step-parent. I have to say I was very, very nervous about meeting Eamon's children. So, I didn't meet them for quite a while.
How old were they when you met them?
They were about 5, 6 and 8, something like that. So they were young. Because I do remember thinking he's such a devoted father. I do remember thinking, if they don't like me, this is doomed. This relationship is doomed. Quite understandably, you know, they're his #1 priority. So I was very nervous. But Eamon was great because he's just said to me, just be yourself and let them come to you. They're very different personalities. And he told me which one would come first and second, and they all absolutely did. And he said, just don't interview them. Because, you know, sometimes with children, I can be, like, so, how's school? And what are your favourite sports? And he said, don't interview, just be you. So I was just kind of around, and eventually they did come. And, you know, we're all very, very close. I also, over the years, have been very mindful of their mother and not ever tried to take that role at all. You know, I was more just a friend, Daddy's girlfriend and now wife. But I do remember when I thought the most wonderful moment for me, when I felt that, you know, they really do like me, is they wanted to come to London for the weekend, and Eamon was working. He was really busy at the time, doing the lottery. And he said, well, you can come. He said, but I'm not really around, you know, Ruth's here. And they said, that's fine. And
so that was an acceptance.
It was an acceptance of me. And so, obviously, they saw him, but I spent most of that time with them. And I thought, well, if they don't like me, they wouldn't come knowing that they're going to have to spend most of the day with me. And I was heavily pregnant at the time. So that was a really special moment for me.
It's such a difficult role to play. And it's not only a difficult role for the person that's a step-parent, but for the person that's a parent in the middle of it all, because you are bang in the middle of it all. And I remember when me and Ray first got together and the boys were like 8 and 12 or 8 and 11, and Jake especially was finding it really difficult. And I had to accept that this guy had come in and it was his house as well. And they're very clever at playing you off, kids, one against the other. Well, you're not my dad. Well, my mum normally lets me do that, you know. And then as a parent, I had to, if he did say, you know, you're grounded now for doing that, I had to stand with him, because the first time I turn around and say, actually, Ray, no, he doesn't have to be grounded, then Jake's won. And as a kid, that's what they need. So, but then later on, I would say to him in private, actually, you know what, I wouldn't have been that strict with him over that.
But I think discipline,
you know, it's talking and disciplining. I mean, you shouldn't really discipline.
It's
hard if you live in together,
It's a really bad picture. But it must be great, because I'm asking this of you all because I'd love to be somebody's stepmom. I don't particularly want kids of my own, but if I had a partner who had kids, I'd really embrace that role. I imagine I'd have to play that, as you say, quite tactfully, but it must have brought a lot of joy to your life.
I had it easier. It's my stepson's 30th birthday today, so happy birthday, Lewis. Love you very much. Lewis. And I really, really do love my stepson. He was 18 when I met him, and I think for him, it worked out quite well, his dad meeting me, because we got sober together. So I sort of gave him his dad, the dad he loved and needed back. And the other night he had a birthday party on Friday, and he came up and his mum was on one side and I was on the other, and he came round and he just said, this just makes me so happy. I love this, because you are taking on another family as well. And so, but of course, for Lincoln, Louis was only 10. He is a stricter parent than, say, his dad was, but he never wanted to be... he's just... It's difficult,
it's
but
lovely,
as you say, there are
well.
lots of joys.
There's lots of joy. I've had a lot of joy from my stepchildren. I love them all.